Yo, it's Out the Wazoo, episode 153, and we are posting this one day late because Alex fucked up. Definitely nobody's fault but Alex's.
Yeah, definitely wasn't any technical issues at all.
Definitely wasn't technical issues.
We definitely didn't have visual when we should have had audio and all that stuff.
Flawless process over here at the Wazoo
It was
studio.
100% third guy's problem.
Well, in most cases, things are due to you.
It is episode 153.
It is.
Now on the whiteboard it says episode 15. And that's wrong.
Now that's way long ago,
that's
right?
Wrong.
That's 2017
that's
we're talking
really
about.
long ago. That's when I was just a guest.
And if you listen to episode 15,
which I am kind of right now,
we wouldn't be allowed on the internet.
No, if 15 was still available to listen, we would be canceled.
If you broke into my house and walked up my stairs, made a left, entered the studio, broke into my room, took the hard drive that's sitting on my computer desk, plugged it in, searched episode 15, and clicked post,
oh,
I'm moving to Cuba.
Yeah.
I'm moving to the South.
I know I might be good though, because
you weren't probably even. I think episode 15 was like when me, Ryan, and
on
Chris
a cell phone
ate a bunch of like hard-boiled eggs from Wawa and pickles and like pork sausage.
But even with
we
my
drank like
job,
12 Bud Lights.
Even with my job, I work in the construction industry,
yeah,
and those guys talk reckless, and they assume that I'm part of it,
right?
And they always just like, you know what I'm talking about? I was like, no,
I don't know.
No, right away just start describing people in the most heinous things ever. I'm like,
they say worse shit than I could even think.
Well, they automatically assume if you're young or whatever in the construction field that you must feel homophobic rage and racist rage as well. I'm like,
anyone different than me?
And they just start going like, yeah, I just don't get down with the same-sex marriage stuff like that. How do you feel? I'm like, we were just installing something. Why'd you start thinking I was going to agree with you?
Hey, hand me that screwdriver.
Yeah, and then they're like,
not your opinion on interracial marriage.
One guy said something about interracial marriage to me one time. He's like, I might be old school. I was like, oh, okay, I can see where this is going. So I just don't think that is allowed.
Hey, dude, it's not might. You are old school.
And then as soon as the guy came back in the room, who was married to a black woman, shook his hand. He's like, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I was like, whoa.
Guys be doing that back.
Oh, my God.
A lot, bro.
And I'm like, what did I do to make you think I want to be a part of this?
I have a theory about this kind of shit. And I think that because so many guys suppress that reaction to being like, they wanna say some racist shit. They want to say some homophobic shit so bad.
But they want to test the waters.
But then they go on and they fucking just like shake hands with the same guy because like mutual respect and all that. Who knows if they even believe what they're saying, right? Like most of the time they're probably just saying that shit to get a rise out of you. Do you think?
Oh yeah, it's some real shady stuff.
Just let that guy go into a room with like soundproof pads and just scream the N-word.
No, a lot of those guys,
and he'll be fine.
A lot of those guys will do that kind of stuff and see how you react to it. And if you react the way they wanted you to, they'll go behind your back and tell people in charge that Alex is whatever saying this kind of stuff. And then those guys will keep an eye on you. He's like, maybe we won't pair him up for this next job because the foreman so happens to be a black guy.
Bro.
People do that shit in our local.
That's some catty Kardashian shit, bro.
All the time.
That happens?
Oh, yeah. And they'll be like, how do you feel about this person? And they'll try and get you like, oh, yeah, that person's a piece of shit. I can't stand him. Just so they know, like, hey, I'm actually friends with that guy, and now I'm going to tell him.
Why would they do that?
Do that shit all the time.
Is everyone just cutthroat?
That is the first thing they tell you in your first year of school is whatever people ask you about other people, you do not entertain it.
I mean, that's just like a work rule.
I know, but like, especially for the local, because our teacher was like, I've been caught in situations where people tried to blackball me, and they're like, what do you feel about this guy? Because they want to know how you react, and then they're like, oh yeah, fuck that guy, he's a piece of shit. And then you'll be like, oh, well, I don't have a job for 3 months because that job so happens to be run by that guy and he doesn't want me on his team.
Interesting.
It's really fucked up.
That's fucked up, bro.
But yeah, but don't listen to episode 115, right? Or 15, right?
Don't listen to episode 15. This is episode 153, baby. We're posting on Tuesday, April 26th. And Amanda Bynes dropped an album.
Oh my God. So yeah, she's in the news. Apparently she's not batshit crazy anymore. I don't know if she still has face tats.
She definitely is.
I don't know if she still has face tats or not, but apparently
Does she still have that Prince Albert through her fucking nose?
She had like some weird heart here and like some weird piercing up here.
The only person to have a cock ring in their face.
Probably. And I guess her and her fiance or husband dropped their second rap song and or album. The article does not differentiate between the two. It just tells you rap, and it's called
who's
Fastlane or something like that.
Who's her
Fairfax.
Fairfax. Who's her husband, fiance?
Her name is Paul Michael.
Paul Michael.
But I was just thinking,
let's show this here.
What if her producer tag was meh, or like bringing the dancing lobsters? That would be cool, and I think I'd listen to that.
That should be the names of the tracks. Just start off with Hillbilly Moment.
Yeah.
And then go Moody's Point.
Yeah, Dancing Lobsters.
Dancing Lobsters. That should be the end song, the outro.
Or like
outro. It should be Bringing the Dancing Lobsters outro featuring.
And then the beat is
42
like
Dugg.
All you hear in the background is like, and like a whisper, like Bringing the Dancing Lobsters, like, and it's
featuring Drake Bell.
Oh, it'd be crazy. Yeah, he just brought him out of jail real quick.
Why are all the old Nickelodeon kids fucked up?
Well, because he's a sex offender, right?
Well, but I'm not meaning him in particular, but like Amanda Bynes, fucked up.
Josh Peck's cool.
Josh Peck is cool. What's he been doing? He was huge on Vine for a while.
He's pretty.
Now he's gone.
Nah, he's got a pretty successful podcast. He's big on social media. Still doing. He does like these voiceovers for cartoons now. He's been like on this show for like 7 seasons now, apparently.
Really?
Either him or Drake Bell. I can't remember which one it was.
You probably can't play this song. I would like to play this song.
I know Drake Bell was cartoon Spider-Man for like a good 8 seasons.
Drake Bell was?
Yeah, and that's how
he played
kept
that
relevant.
Superhero movie. He played like the fake Superman.
Dragonfly.
Spider-Man, remember? The Dragonfly. That's right. Oh, he like does a jump and he gets hit by a bunch of knives.
I'm not wearing any diamonds.
My only weakness, steel blades.
Yeah, that's okay, everybody.
What a great movie. Yeah, so I don't know. This says the song kicks off with Bynes, who raps, Fairfax flea market shopping, flexing with Fendi, popping bands, Balenciaga. Bitch, I got plenty. You could have it too if you hit the ground heavy.
Do you think we get monetized for that?
In my 64 Chevy. Do you think we can get monetized?
For playing her shit music.
I would hope not.
Let's not get monetized over Amanda Bynes.
The last thing I need is a lawsuit from Amanda Bynes.
Like, I'd rather get more in trouble for streaming like Drake or 42 Dugg. But like, just imagine the one time we do go, fuck it, we're going to bend the rules here, and Amanda Bynes' team reaches out to us. Hey.
I can play this song. She dropped a rap album. Bro, she dresses like that now.
What it's
just like, bro, she's got grills that look like that, dude.
Is that Josh Peck?
That's little baby Josh Peck.
He looks
dude.
like me when I was a kid.
Look at that.
Does he not look like me when I was a kid?
Yes, dude. You and him had similar
it's the same
energy.
hair, man.
That's the same energy right there.
Dude, Josh Peck vibes all the way.
What's crazy is that I could see Gunna wearing what she's wearing.
You're not far off.
Like a Virgil Abloh.
Like some sort of off-white brand.
Yeah, it's off-white just with the pink puff balls on it, and it just says on there sweater because that's like cool now.
Yeah, just telling everybody what it is.
Just label what it is.
And he's got pushing P coins in his pocket for everybody.
Hey, dude, Westside Gun said it. Write brick on my brick. Virgil wrote brick on my brick. Let's talk about DaBaby.
Okay.
DaBaby is in the news again.
Now he's making hits.
He's
but not the right kind of hits.
He only makes hits, and this time he made a hit with his own artist.
So he hit somebody in the bowling alley.
He did.
He hit somebody with a bullet.
Right.
And now he hit somebody in the face.
He has been in the news more than I think any other artist.
He's dropping the wrong kind of hits.
He's dropping the wrong kind of hits.
But he's still hitting.
He should be dropping his pants in prison.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think he'd be dropping pants. I think he'd make people drop pants.
I don't know, dude. He's small.
Yeah, but he brings some sort of energy with him. I don't think I'd fuck with him.
Call me DaBaby, call me DaBaby, no toddler. Hoo, 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 hoo. That's the noise it makes when he
starts
punches.
Barking at people.
I'm gonna say, like, I don't think I've ever seen DaBaby connect with a punch.
You sure?
In the bowling alley, he slipped.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was
grabbed
him.
that dude's braids. Like,
They're
that's what
fucking that dude up.
Grabbed that dude's braid. This time, here, let's just play it for the people here. So like
straight under wrist action too.
The artist's name is Wisdom, who's on DaBaby's label. He got picked up by him. I've never heard a Wisdom song, but let's watch this again. I'm guessing he walks by him, and then like right here, he must have said something to him. So DaBaby does a spin move in the opposite direction. Now I don't know if that's because he's like a super cool superhero or not, or whether he just didn't know where it came from.
He smooth criminaled himself, yeah.
And then he spins and then he kind of like interrupts his spin, but then he throws this punch.
Straight wrist.
Straight, over the top to the right. Guy's 7 inches taller than him. Now it looks like Wisdom kind of took this one on the chin here, and then watch the straight right or straight left from Wisdom here.
Damn.
Now DaBaby's hat
way bigger than him.
DaBaby's hat starts to come off here, and this is where things sort of unravel for DaBaby, because at this point you're not going to win against that guy. Look at that guy.
He's
that
huge.
guy is a defensive lineman.
He's
for
huge. He's like Mark Henry.
The all-human team. Then things kind of progress. Owen gets in the middle of it.
Now
and then DaBaby just talks shit like he always does.
Yeah, but the standard theme here is that if you're going to mess with DaBaby, you need to know heat's coming right away, because he does not play any games.
He's killing me with that too, though. Like, why be so volatile?
But I kind of do respect it, because I'd rather see you be with the action than you just keep talking shit and then do the thing where people are like holding you back and you're just trying to go through them. And now you only amplified your actions because people are holding you back. Like, you weren't going to swing until people held you back. So I respect the fact that he's going to go after him just on his own accord.
On principle of like,
because I can't
being with the shits.
I can't stand watching it when people are like, they'll just be chest to chest, and as soon as people are like hold you back, and then they'll swing.
Right, because then they have
you'll
protection.
You'll get back.
It's those guys who are like hold me back in the club, and they don't want to get in a fight. What they really want is all their boys to lay their hands on them, so that they can feel the love that their father never gave them. And that's on facts.
Okay.
Now, like, I was reading about DaBaby last night as well. An article came out. So remember in 2018, before he got big and dropped Baby on Baby, that album, he was in the news and he got sentenced to 12 months probation for possession of a deadly weapon or an unregistered firearm. He shot and killed a guy
in a store
in Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a new development with that
his
story.
daughter.
Right. So previously the story was DaBaby was shopping with his daughter, I think his son maybe, and then his wife or baby mama at the time, and then maybe like a friend or two, and they were at Walmart. This is before Suge. This is before he got huge. Mm-hmm. So he was just
breaking through.
11 months after this event, after this murder or this shooting, whatever you want to call it, he got signed by Interscope.
Well, it is a murder. He killed him.
He did kill him. So 11 months later, he's propelled into national superstardom by his album.
Mm-hmm.
There originally was a story was two dudes came into a Walmart and were eyeing him up, and DaBaby got like sketched out. These two dudes came up, asked if they wanted to fight DaBaby, like out of nowhere, brandished a weapon, pulled a weapon out. So DaBaby punched the one guy and shot the other guy. It was a self-defense story.
With the shit.
He was with the shits and didn't give them time to shoot and hurt his family. So like DaBaby, you've heard him in songs. I think on Rockstar he said something like, my daughter's a G. She saw me kill somebody in front of her before she was 2. Now, bragging about murdering somebody in front of your daughter, questionable.
Burning their, childlike imagination by just knowing murder away.
When I was 2, I played with toys.
Now, would you rather
she played with tools?
See someone smoke a cigarette on TV and then buy a pack of candy cigarettes and pretend you're doing that? Or would you rather see someone get murdered in front of you and then play toy guns for the rest of your life? And
let me ask, murder in front of you or hide and seek?
Yeah.
You decide.
Cops and robbers.
Hey,
or thoughts and slobbers, dude. What are we doing here?
Hey, peekaboo, or your dad's in prison. That's the decisions that DaBaby's daughter was given that day. Now, my point being, the development was that they now have, and I don't know why this never came up. I guess because the article kind of goes into, it's Rolling Stone wrote an article if you want to look it up, but they write that the proper back research was never done, and they never pulled security footage. They took statements from DaBaby and the people who were there, and then they called it a day. Now, it turns out now they have security footage from Walmart that shows DaBaby being the initial aggressor. They have testimony from the kid who got punched and not killed, saying that they were fans of DaBaby's approaching him to see if it was him, because this is before he was huge. He was just a local Charlotte, North Carolina rapper.
Yeah.
So they recognized that it was him. He got rude with them because he was like, "Why are you looking at me? Don't come near me when I'm with my family." They approached him. He fought them. He punched them, which then prompted. So then his wife attacks the other guy, prompts the guy to pull his gun out. DaBaby pulls his gun out, shoots him to death. So to me, DaBaby's going back to court. Okay. And you can't put DaBaby in court because he's going to go to jail.
Yeah.
You can't put him in a playpen either.
No.
Because he's going to shit his drawers.
Yeah, he is.
I just don't see how this is going to work out for DaBaby.
Now, speaking of working out, I don't know how it's going to work out for A$AP Rocky either.
Good transition.
Because he is now in the news for updated from the older article where he was just an alleged bystander of the situation. Now he's the accuser of being the one shooting the weapon. Shot at somebody 4 to 5 times and only managed to hit their thumb. So he was arrested at LAX on a they didn't say murder charge. They said assault with a deadly weapon charge back in 2021.
Yeah.
I believe it was also still back in New York when this happened. And now the story comes out that he was the one who shot and struck this person. I don't know the altercation at hand, but now he is in holding and waiting for a hearing.
He's out on bail, I think.
He's out on bail.
$500,000.
But the hearing still has to go on because
he's still under. He's still
under investigation.
So it says here, A$AP Rocky has been under investigation for a shooting in L.A. the night of the 6th of November, 2021.
Oh, I'm sorry. Another sidebar. Another rapper who's steadily in the news right now.
Rocky.
Yes.
I mean, for different reasons.
Yes, but
his wife is pregnant.
Alleged
he's like the hottest
cheating
artist.
on Rihanna, which was expunged.
I mean, the dude's a sex addict. Y'all saw that sex tape?
That was forever ago.
You saw him clapping them big ass cheeks?
They were big ass cheeks.
And everyone clowned him because his stroke game was weak.
I guess.
Bro, the internet is undefeated. They see a video of Rocky, plowing some like porn star, and they're like, "Your stroke game weak."
Yeah. So earlier last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, alleged cheating scandal was expunged because the lady came out and said it wasn't true. Whatever, blah blah blah. Now he's back in it again. A week later, on a old assault charge
for this. I mean, so says he the original story from the shooting, the accusations had not been reported in the media. The shooting victim, who survived, by the grace of God, he survived, told police the rapper and 2 others approached him on the street with a handgun. And according to police reports, the victim claims A$AP Rocky shot at him 3 or 4 times, and he believed that a bullet grazed his left hand. Now, what does that even mean?
I find that so hard to believe. Not because, well, it's going to come off weird because I've made this inherently obvious that I'm a stan, but it just seems so out of character for A$AP Rocky to just have a problem and deal with it by gun violence. The man is on top of the world with his fashion in the music, being a icon, being a role model for many young rappers.
For sure.
Putting people on the map. He has obviously been in jail twice or 3 times now.
Including the one in Sweden?
The one in Sweden, the one when he was younger, when he spent some time in Rikers.
Yeah.
And then if this goes the way it goes now. So he has been in trouble. But to hear him with all the success and not being known as a violent person, to just go up to somebody with an altercation and be the one to shoot at somebody, it's just like, when that whole Travis Scott shit was going on and people were like, he's stealing your flow or biting your style because he has braids just like you. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. There's hairstyles in the world, and I'm allowed to be the only one with braids. If you want to have braids, go have braids. And if your music's good, have good music. That doesn't mean it has to affiliate with me. You can be your own person.
Right.
Pusha T has braids too. I don't hear anybody calling him A$AP.
No.
You know what I mean?
A$AP T? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, he's always been that kind of guy to push drama away. So now to see this in the news, him the one chasing somebody down and shooting at them over whatever kind of money or situation was at hand, it just seems off.
Like, there's a difference between him and Pooh Sheisty. Pooh Sheisty, you see, he's straight off the street. Kid is notably involved with gang violence and gang activity, even after being signed and like suddenly propelled to like huge rap fame by Gucci Mane and Back in Blood and all that shit. The Lil Durk feature. He's still with the shit. He's on Instagram Live telling people, come get this.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I'm on your street. He's like showing guns. Like, you knew that guy didn't understand how to handle the heat, the fame.
And A$AP Rocky has already been through so much shit with his dad is dead. I think his older brother is dead. He spent a lot of times in assisted living, or not assisted living,
like with an old home,
like you remember
home.
No, remember Pursuit of Happiness, where they were just waiting in line to stay at a place for like a day or two.
Sure, yeah.
Did that shit all through like his high school, like 14 to 17, with his mom, staying at these little places until they were able to get back on their feet. To then getting success and buying his mom a house, and trying to get away from that shit because he knows his brother died of gun violence and his dad was a criminal. And he spent some time in his younger time in Rikers. I think more he's on that train of knowing what not to go back to and getting himself away from it.
For sure. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think of Rocky as almost an OG.
Yeah.
Like, the dude kind of
The situations he's seen.
He's not an old head, but to me, he's part of that, like, 2010 generation of rappers who, at this point, bro, you've been through it. Like, you know what fame brings. Nothing's going to surprise him anymore. Like, he could go viral tomorrow and sell a billion records, and he would still know what to do.
Right. It'd be like to
He's
me.
surrounded by professionals.
It'd be like to me if you just heard Kanye was gunning somebody down. It'd be so hard to
Same
believe.
thing,
It'd be
right?
so hard to believe.
You'd be like, because these guys talk about, they're surrounded by people who are not yes men. They're people who are smart. I mean, we even know that in Sweden, when Rocky got in that fight, he had his bodyguards with him.
Yeah, it wasn't Rocky who was doing it, but since he was affiliated with the situation,
he was in the fight, and because of the scuffle that ensued, like he took the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's not like, he's not surrounded by a bunch of dummies who don't know what the fuck to do. Like Rocky, to me, bro, like it would have to be some crazy shit for him to want to pull the trigger ever.
Yeah.
But also, I'm kind of like, bro, the guy believes he got hit in his left hand. Like,
yeah, grazed.
if you got shot, I feel like you would know. Like, I got a boo-boo on my knuckle, right? If someone shot over there and I was like, that could have been it. Like, I don't know. Like, how'd you get that cut on your knuckle? I don't know. Maybe it was the bullet.
Yeah.
That's just like, there's so much weirdness to this story, and now we just know, like, so many people are clout chasing that it could easily be a clout chasing story, right? Heavily. Someone just trying to get one over.
Especially because he's vulnerable
Rocky
right now with the whole baby situation and not dropping the album.
Look, man, I fucking hope that this doesn't bog him down.
Yeah,
because I want to see him happy.
Yeah, because now we have our other homie, Travis Scott, with stuff, and that's stopping him from dropping his albums. Like, dude, all these people who were ready for music to come through is getting put on hold because situations ahead. Now, Astroworld's not clout chase. That's a tragedy.
That was a big tragedy.
But still, to blame him for wanting to incite people dying is a stretch.
Right. Yeah, come on, you're stretching.
He's caught in a bad situation.
Hey, are you Kim Kardashian's ass?
Because you're stretched out.
That's a stretch.
Yeah. Hey, are you
Kim Kardashian's pants? That's a bigger stretch.
Hey, exactly. Are you DJ Khaled's waistline? Because that's a stretch. And speaking of DJ Khaled, he sucks, man. I just can't stand this fucking dude. Now, if it was
fat, dumb,
and talks too much. Now, if A$AP Rocky was shooting at DJ Khaled, I'd let him go to jail for that.
My pinky hurts. Yeah. I think it was a bullet.
Too bad I grew another one. Like, what? How'd you do that?
This guy, like DJ Khaled, I just can't escape him from my feed. And I think it's dope right now that what's coming back into being cool is everybody hating DJ Khaled.
Yeah, he bothers the shit out of me.
You're not the only one.
Like, seeing him on that court, just, Stanley from The Office when they had the basketball pickup.
Yeah.
And Michael Scott only picked him up because he was black and thought he could play basketball.
He's black, he can dunk.
And Stanley was just like palming the ball and he was slapping off the ground 3 times and he was fumbling it.
And Michael just deadpans the camera like.
And then DJ Khaled goes on the court, gets the ball from the ref, and slapping it, bouncing off his foot, fumbling to get it, and then just shoots like a air ball that goes 20 feet too short. Now it looks like the Miami Heat logo.
It does actually look like the Miami Heat logo. No, that is definitely the Heat logo. So DJ Khaled airball shot at NBA game gets ushered off court by security. Watch. Shall we? I'd like to see the shot.
Is that a picture or?
I don't know. It said watch, so I clicked on it.
We're
going to see what happens here. Yeah, there may be a video down here. DJ Khaled tried to have a shining moment on the court at a recent Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks NBA playoff game.
Here we go.
Ended up getting the record producer escorted.
Hey, shout out to us. At least we know this isn't like 10 years old and we're looking it up for the first time.
What a fucking cuck, dude. During pregame, he decided he wanted to attempt a shot. He didn't even get invited on the court,
So he came up. That was just like when Carmelo Anthony was finding teams before he got traded from OKC and he was kind of out of the league for a little bit. I think he was sitting courtside for a game and the ball like rolled into his hands.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, you can do it just because you're a NBA player who doesn't have a team right now. We're allowing you to step on the court. Like, no. You're a bystander at a game. Watch the fucking game.
Here's the shot. Ready? Oh, this is the whole thing. And he had to walk.
Is there booze? Sounds like there's booze. Maybe that's just the.
Why, when he walks away, he's looking around because he's expecting somebody to storm him. Like he's expecting to get pushed off by security.
That would be fantastic.
We're not going to keep playing that again. That was pretty heinous to see a fat guy fail so badly.
And think he's just the greatest.
God, it just pisses me off,
To
bro.
think you have, just because you're absolute stardom, to think you have it that made in a shade where you're allowed to interrupt a playoff game, even though it's pregame, to just do that. It's like, man, these guys are dialed in. They don't want to see any kind of bullshit. Right. They're trying to win.
Who's this doughy fuck?
They're trying to win the playoffs and eventually win a title. You think they want some fucking asshole who just says the same thing 20 times?
To curse the rim?
Yeah, come on.
Missing completely.
Especially if that was on their pregame side.
I wonder, did the Heat win that game?
Oh, yeah. I think they're up 2-1 right now.
Well, apparently it worked. So, DJ Khaled, keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm going to see you on the court next game.
Yeah, if you get the chance, only if he gets the chance for Trae Young to lose this series, I will be a happy man because I can't stand that
Get
motherfucker.
DJ Khaled in some fucking Miami Heat fatigues. I want him dressed down to the socks in Balenciaga. I want him to dribble the ball with his palm. And I want to watch him try to do that grandma shot.
Some Jackie Moon shit.
Some real fucked up DJ Khaled, we the best, another one type shit.
Now, another one that's also fucked up is Pooh Sheisty spending 63 months in prison after everything finally went through. Great segue.
That's a big brr.
Hey, man, I might as well just buy a Segway because I'm on it today.
I know, dude. You must be, hey, are you riding around upright?
Hey, am I 63 years old and in the mall?
Dude, you have a
fucking... I get a Segway?
Hey, do you have a fanny pack on backwards?
Ooh, and a helmet for safety?
Oh, the helmet's a must.
Yeah, Segway King over here.
With a GoPro on top because you've never moved above the speed.
Imagine just hitting a fucking ollie right over the steps in a Segway.
Wow, that would be actually some gangster shit, dude.
Yeah, your boy Pooh Sheisty is spending, well, how I said it last time when I thought there was 24 months in a year. It's about 2.5 years. Now we're looking at more like 5.5 years, almost 6 years in prison.
Pooh Sheisty gets 63 months.
How about instead of making us guess how long that is, they just tell us 5.5 years?
Just do simple math.
Nah.
Come on.
I want to read the title for what it is.
12 times 5 is 60. Plus 3.
So we got to talk about 5.25.
5 years and 5.25 years. Look, see, you're already up on me, dog. You're already down with the fuck. You're with the shit.
I'm with
when
the
it comes
shit.
to
I'm like
prison
DaBaby.
sentences. But also, why 63 months?
I don't know.
Just give him 64.
It's just like I was watching a movie last night called Black Mass with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And they said the one when they finally caught Whitey Bulger back in 2011.
What worst name of a fucking...
When they caught Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger,
He managed to escape and hide low for like 20-something years. He was an old man, and they gave him double life sentences plus 5 years. He's going to die in prison.
Didn't he get smoked in prison like day one?
I have no idea.
The very end, I think he got smoked like a couple months later.
And they were like, yeah, when they finally called him, they gave him double life sentences. So you talk about 25 to life twice.
Classic.
And then they gave him an extra 5 years on top of it, as if magically he'd survive. Well, if it's 25 to life, you either get 25 years, and if they think you're deserving of it, they'll let you go, or they'll give you more time. So double life sentences, and then 5 years. He's going to die in prison. Knock that 5 years off, and just tell everybody he's going to die in prison.
The reason they do that is because court cases and like judge sentencing is like an NBA game.
It's ridiculous.
Like the prosecution is going to try and get as many points on the board, like months of prison or as many points on the board as they can. And then the defense is going to try and get as many points off the board as they can. So they're going to be like, well, maybe it wasn't as crazy as you thought it was. Let's take one of those life sentences off the board. Like, just give him one life sentence in 5 years. Like, come on, he's still going to die in prison.
Yeah.
The judge is like, well.
Yeah, but this is what it still says. We still got to respect the judicial.
You got it. Do it again.
Justice system.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just reverb it.
Yeah, I'm just going to do reverb it.
Remix.
Yeah, we got to respect it. So you might as well tell for what it is.
All right, rapper Pooh Sheisty going away for 5+ year stretch for a South Florida shootout, and considering what he could have gotten, he's actually happy with that number. He did make an Instagram post I saw that was like, don't worry, big brr. It could have been way worse. I'll see y'all when I'm out.
Who's giving him a phone? Is he going to one of those prisons where he's able to have Instagram connections?
Yeah, dude, he's going to one of those prisons where he's making taki eggs and shit. Like,
dude, those vines are crazy.
Culinary.
You see those prisoners with a phone and they're like uploading to TikTok.
Yeah, like live.
Yeah, the one guy came in. I don't know how he got it. Was able to come in with Popeye's box chicken. He had a big old Popeye's box, and everybody's like, and he was guarding it with his life as he was walking through the barracks. And they're like, let me get a piece. He's like, y'all better back the fuck. And he was serious. I will shank somebody. I was like, who's giving these guys phones?
I wouldn't put myself in that position of risk to walk through prison with a bucket of
spicy
crispy
I'd
chicken.
eat it at Holding.
For sure.
I would eat it at Holding.
Bones and all.
I'd keep one bone and sharpen it.
That sounds some like law-abiding citizen type shit. Did they have to debone the chicken for him?
That's what I'm saying. It's like you have a phone. You clearly have social media connections. Now, who's to say you're not going to call somebody like, hey, put a bomb on the cinder blocks at cell block 6, and I'm going to walk out the back door. Some A-team type shit. Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't know. How does that work, man? So Pooh Sheisty probably has a phone. He clearly going to be making some behind bar raps, like some Kodak Black shit where he's rapping over the phone, and someone's going to put it on an album. Or like some Bobby Shmurda shit.
People are going to love him. Oh, there's a video of this. I didn't know there was a video. Let's see if it's plays. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. There's a video of it. So that's Pooh in the tennis ball colored foreign car. Get out and immediately start shooting. So which one's Pooh?
Oh, my God. The written story is way different.
Guns. Dude has no shirt right there. Bro, they started shooting immediately.
The written story is way different than the video. The written story made it sound like he walked into some place and shot somebody.
Wow. Oh, I didn't have that pulled up for when we were watching it, but yeah, Pooh Sheisty, poor guy. He's gonna be spitting mad freestyles out of jail. He'll probably be dropping an album out of jail.
What's that
to be
picture?
honest. This picture?
Yeah.
This is just Pooh Sheisty, just kind of like.
What does he have on his face?
Thugging. I don't know. It looks kind of like a birthmark, maybe.
No, I'm talking about the yellow and then the what looks like a Photoshop beard because I can't tell.
Oh no! This is a hat that is like yellow creamsicle colored, and it's also got like a lamination on it.
On his chin.
His chin. That's like a balaclava. Yeah, that's like his signature thing.
It looked like someone photoshopped him to be finding religion in jail and calling out
He's
Muslim.
for sure gonna be Muslim.
Well, I'm just saying that's
dude.
what the picture looks like. They already are determining he's going to find the Muslim
Everybody
culture.
who goes to prison comes out Muslim,
either Muslim or some sort of born again Christian.
Yeah, or even Jewish. There's a lot of Jewish guys
That's
come
true
out of
too.
prison. You know, they're like black Israelites.
And I'm thinking that picture's a bold statement to think that he's going to come out religious. Maybe he could. He could. He could just start reciting the Quran to us, you know, and all his raps.
He can't get worse than he is right now. He can only get better.
Now, never mind.
Should we just leave it?
Yeah, leave it.
Should we talk about Mike Tyson punching some dude in the face?
Yeah, man, it's fantastic.
Right. Should we pull that video up?
Because Mike Tyson's been in the news a couple times.
Give us some background.
So, like a couple weeks ago, he was at a comedy show or like a little open mic rap thing at a club somewhere, and someone was giving him a shit in the audience about, you know, I'm your biggest fan, you should fight me, and he's like, get this guy away from me, and then it de-escalates from there to him now, like a week ago, being on a plane trying to mind his own business. These guys are hammered drunk. They're like, we're huge fans, and it's shown in the video at first that they're actually being buddy-buddy. He takes a picture with them, he's laughing with them, and then eventually he's like, okay, I had enough. I want to enjoy the rest of my flight. Leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
And they're just
like
drunk,
a normal guy.
and they keep bothering him. And I don't know what's said, or it's just like he's pushed to a point where he reacts. But eventually he just gets up and starts fucking doming this one dude. And then in a picture later, you know, it's a picture of him like smiling at Mike. And then the picture later, he has like a pouty face and his eyebrows all cut up. And I believe he's a little cut
pouting,
on his nose.
dude. Like he was like crying.
And he's not leaking, but he has blood on his face. And Mike just proceeds to fuck him up. Now, I don't know if Mike is in trouble now because he's a registered weapons with his hands.
That can't be a real thing, though, is it?
What? Being registered
There's
weapons?
new video showing heavyweight boxer champion Mike Tyson hitting another passenger on an airplane. Someone caught the moment on a JetBlue flight in San Francisco. And the video was obtained by TMZ Sports.
Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back. Let's lose the horse, man.
All right, so JetBlue has not commented. I want to bring in...
JetBlue doesn't give a fuck. Dude.
Now, no, that's the thing I'm saying, though, because as a boxer, you have to register your hands as lethal weapons.
I don't think that's real.
True.
That's so
Brendan
dumb.
Schaub talks about that shit all
Brendan
the time.
Schaub is a brick with a leg.
It doesn't matter. He was an MMA
he's
fighter.
dumb.
Those guys cannot fight like regular citizens unless it's provoked, you know, just being like, I'm going to fuck you up now. Because you, like, sure, anybody might be able to hit somebody the wrong way and kill them.
Sure.
In any kind of fight, or dump somebody on their head and put them in some sort of agonal distress where they're breathing and they're going to die.
Oh, good word.
But a fucking boxer who is known to just slug people is going to slug you walking on the street because you said, "What up?" And he punches you in the face, breaks your jaw, you swallow your tongue, and you die. It's a true thing.
And I would do that.
So I don't know, maybe because Mike's retired 20 years out of the game, if he's still that kind of way. But I don't know. Now, it's been known to see celebrities walk away from problems of hitting people. Because any other person, if I hit you, I would have been in jail for assault or vice versa.
Right.
But now it seems like Mike, I haven't seen anything that's saying he's in some sort of legal battle now because he struck a non-boxing person on a plane, even though they were bothering him.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a myth.
Come on.
I'm looking at an article right now. Now, this isn't a reputable source, so we'll do more research on this.
Okay.
I'd love to believe that he's walking around with essentially 2 Glocks on his wrists. Like, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But this says in the entire United States, except for Guam, the one U.S. territory where this applies, you don't have to. It's not a real thing to register your hands as deadly weapons.
You don't have to, but it's suggested.
But you should. Imagine he's like, they fucking take him off the plane, put him in cuffs, and they're like, "These fists registered?" And he's like, "They're not registered." He's like, "They're stolen."
They bring him
serial number.
They bring him to Target Master and just sign up for fucking registered weapons, dude.
If he had 2 stolen meat hooks.
Can you imagine he's at Omerlanden fucking Target shooting and he's just punching the little he's in a gun range,
the
he's
paper
fucking
thing.
Punching the paper
He's
thing
down the range.
Can you imagine? Dude.
I mean, it's the only thing that really is holding him back from not killing this dude is the fact that he is a professional, right? But at this point, like he gets egged on to a certain point where this fucking meathead behind him was obviously drunk, I think.
Oh, he was hammered.
He was
hammered.
And then I'm guessing maybe he was like blowing on his ear or something, like
just kept bothering
behind him. And then Tyson gets up, turns around and says like, "That's it, bro. Bop, bop, bop."
But here's the thing too. Mike has been known to say this on podcasts and interviews that when it comes to fighting, like that part of rationalization goes out of the back of his head because he looks to hurt. He was like, when he was professionally boxing, he wanted to hurt you because he wanted you to know that he was the best. Like he said on Joe Rogan, it was like when he brought back and fought, he fought that little mediocre fight like 2 years ago or a year ago for like it was like a little
Roy Jones.
Yeah, it was a little celebrity match, and he was like, I could have easily turned that switch on because part of me wanted to and just start going hard, but Roy wasn't, and since I got a little older, it was like, okay, I can't. But back in the day, I would have just been like, I'm taking this guy's life.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be the best in the world, he's Mike Tyson, bro. He's like the most feared fighter ever.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to fight him.
But you know how you have this rationale where you're like, I don't know, what if I fought this person and broke their jaw on accident and like, or not, but I fought this person, broke his jaw and killed him. I'm going to jail now. He doesn't have that
He doesn't
mentality.
have to think that because there's no what if. It's, I will.
Yeah.
If I hit you, your head's hitting the fucking
because he was
concrete.
raised to be a fucking monster in a sense.
Now, but like anybody else on this planet, like, sure, don't escalate to physical violence, right? But also, don't fuck with somebody to the point where they want to fuck you up. Now, I think that dude was probably looking for a payout. I mean, to fuck with Mike Tyson, to know like, hey, I'm going to get this guy to hit me, and then I get fucking money from it. I mean, I bet he will get money from it, to be honest.
Yeah, good.
If he didn't instigate a physical altercation and Mike Tyson gave him the old fucking 1-2 at 50,000 feet, it's over for him.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, let's go to an ad break, and then we will get to our 2 albums this week, which are Bump, Pick Me Up by Boss, and Last One's Left by 42 Dugg and EST Gee. Be right back.
And we're back from that wonderful ad break. If you don't know what to do, go on Anchor FM/Wazoo podcast and drop your boy some fucking money because we got to buy some food out here. We're hungry, right? Anyway, we're talking about Boss, Bump, Pick Me Up. So this dude hasn't dropped anything since 2018. He's known to be a prolific lyricist on the Dreamville record label.
Yes.
And we're expecting big things from him soon. Now, he drops an EP or LP, if you will, because it's... What's an EP?
It's an EP. EP is extended play. LP is limited something.
So we got an EP. It's about 4 songs. It was okay. Not really what we wanted because, he hasn't dropped in 4 years, so we're expecting an album.
Nothing major. Like
we
no
get an
projects.
EP.
He's had singles.
Yeah, he's had singles.
One of which was on this EP, the Jackie.
Yeah, the Jackie's been out for quite a while. It was him, Lil TJ, and J. Cole.
Yes.
That's one that everybody should know. Probably over 50 million streams on Spotify at this point.
49 million.
Okay, fuck me. But,
Eat dicks, dude.
What I wanted from this was not what we got.
No.
I'm expecting something a little more memorable, a little more exciting. This was kind of as bland as you can be. And the only thing that makes it somewhat memorable is the fact that the single on this that's already been out for months is the one giving it light.
Yeah, I mean.
Other than that, I think Ari Lennox is in this too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that track was okay.
On the others.
But you're getting Ari Lennox singing that kind of makes up for it. But that's kind of the whole vibe. It's really melancholy, really slow, not a lot of bass to it. Kind of all flows into one track. Before you know it, it's over.
It's just sort of sweet Ari Lennox that carries that track to me. Boss is lyrically talented. His flow is unique. He's a great feature on a lot of things. And he was kind of like a star child after Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Mm-hmm.
When we heard like Bossy been picking up racks. The racks has been clear. Something,
Yeah,
what was that song called? Not Costa Rica, but Down Bad. I was just down bad.
Oh yeah.
Pick up the pad.
I thought
I
was thinking of Sunset.
Bag. Bossy been picking up racks. So he goes crazy in that, and all of a sudden Boss is like, oh, he's gotten a shit ton of J. Cole features. His old projects are great, but I get the vibe from him that he's chilling now. He doesn't want to be putting out a ton of work. Otherwise he would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why just be doing a few features here and there? He's been working with Dreamville, but he hasn't put anything out that has grown his image as an individual artist.
It's just him being a Dreamville collective.
And you don't want really to be that. Like,
no, you don't want to be labeled down. You want to be who you are, and then your second name to be, oh, that's the guy from Dreamville.
I mean, he's like ASAP Ant.
Yeah.
It's like, who's ASAP Ant?
He's just the guy from Mob.
From Mob.
Yeah.
He's always on the Mob tapes,
Right.
and he has a couple songs with Rocky.
Right.
That's like the only... You can name another ASAP Ant song, a solo song.
I could.
Well, you could because you're a Mob stan.
Yeah. You could
This
because you're
guy,
a loser, right?
I couldn't, right? Because
Okay.
I'm...
a loser.
Apparently, I'm in the pissy staircase. This is the same thing. Boss is... he's only really known for like the shit he does with J. Cole and JID. They're quickly like... J. Cole even had a bar in one of his old tracks that said, Boss is the next one that's going to be big. And then after that, JID. Well, guess what? That switched.
Yeah,
now
it did big
JID
time.
is way the fuck bigger than
Right.
Boss.
And you can even tell when Boss and JID did Fried Rice, JID stole that song,
JID just keeps going like this,
which
bro.
is a inevitable thing that's going to happen. You see JID on a track, like even Token wants to grow, but that boom with JID stole the track.
He steals everything he's on to.
But when you get the, you get the go ahead from J. Cole saying you're the next one, and you're kind of dwelling behind your own shadow. It's not really the direction you want to go in.
I completely agree. So I wish that this was stronger. I wish that we got more tracks, more individuality from Boss. He needs to team up with some good producers. He needs to put out a few strong tracks. He's really good at what he does, but this just wasn't it, bro.
Yeah, and when Lil TJ is the standout artist on a song,
Right.
other than not J. Cole, that's a
Right.
problem in my mind. I feel like J. Cole should be the one not doing the hook and verse. I think J. Cole should be the one rapping.
That was a travesty.
But you live and you learn, boss. Drop some shit soon, or I'm fucking wiping you off.
I will say before we move on to 42 Dugg, I did like Admire Her with Gunna. I thought that was a good song. Not something that's going to be like a heavy play, but it's in the right direction. Now, I don't know if Goss featuring Bunna, that's what their names are now. I'm not going to change it.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
If Goss featuring Bunna is a team that's going to continue to make music, I don't know if I'm excited for that. I'd rather see Goss with more lyrical artists like B.I.D. and B. Cole.
Yeah, good
And
one.
Maybe even like Bajic or maybe even
ASAP Baki
or Benzel Burry, dude. So let's see if he can get some better features in the future. I like the sound. I like him more lyrical, heavier hitting bass, that Atlanta sound. So
yeah,
hopefully that's what we get. Last one's left. 42 Dugg, EST Gee, collab album. Two crazy ass artists who just produce heavy trap music.
guys making themselves known in the world to be more than just feature artists. strong solo artists on their own, and then they do it together. So it's not like it's 42 featuring EST or EST featuring 42. These guys both stand out alone while they're also on the same track together. If that makes sense.
They have their own identities.
Yeah.
And when they rap, it is very apparent. First of all,
it's
who
the same,
they are.
It's the same thing we did when we listened to Ransom and was that Boldy? Or Ransom and we did Ransom with
he did a collab tape?
Yeah, it was that last we did a couple months ago. I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Boldy and Alchemist?
No. You keep talking. I'll look it up.
All right. Well, Last One's Left is definitely a trap album. 42 Dugg, somebody who became popular with us when he dropped Palm Angels in the Sky. And since then, he put
Ransom and Roan Streets. They both did a collab together. And it was instead of them featuring each other, they both had their own identities. And it's just the same concept.
Cohesively to make every song unique and good.
Yes.
And you were looking forward and paying attention to what they were saying individually.
Yeah.
Great example. This is the same thing. 42 Dugg, first of all, you can't fucking mistake 42 Dugg when he's in a song. You never ask, was that 42 Dugg?
No, you know.
And my dad heard a song. He said, is that 42 Dugg?
Oh my God, Mark is with the shit, dude.
My dad apparently is with the shit. Now, he doesn't know what hip hop is.
He also doesn't know with the shits either.
He doesn't know.
He would think he had diarrhea.
Was diarrhea,
yeah.
Right? He thought he had cholera.
Yeah.
But this is a good example of 42 Dugg standing out. His typical, like that raspy voice that he smacks with. And then these beats, bro, like every one of these songs kind of stands out on its own. And it's to me, a great party song. You could throw it on any playlist. Every one of these tracks would hit and everybody would be like, just bob their head. They might not ask, what is this?
Yeah, they would just go with it.
But they would go with it.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't like a strong takeaway. Like, I'm not sitting here liking every track.
Nah.
But there was definitely a few that stand out, like Spin, and then the first one was
Ice Talk.
Ice Talk. I thought it was No Ice Talk.
And Thump Shit.
Yeah. But, and then there's a few interludes in between because it's 17 songs, 38 minutes. So it's short. And then a couple songs are definitely some throwaways for sure. So if you take the throwaways away, it's more like a 12-song album.
I mean, yeah, but the point of this album, I don't think, is necessarily that every song is something new and unique. It's really a game of numbers with these guys. So these guys put out a track. They want to have as many songs as they can so that the more songs they have, the more plays they get, the more money they make.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. For sure. Thump Shit, Ice Talk, Spin, Free the Shiners, all like pretty good songs by themselves.
Pretty heavy songs too.
Heavy, dude. I might throw them on the
Heavy
old
Trap.
I might throw them
gym
on the
playlist.
old Toyota Camry if I can, right? And maybe bump a couple.
Knock your windows out?
Might knock a couple windows out, bro.
Okay.
Might create a couple potholes. Besides that, though, we got some crazy features on here, right? We got the 42 Gang.
42
and
Cheese.
the EST Gang. We got 42 Cheese, Reaper, Tay Money, Big 30, EST Zoe, and EST Red. Now, there's a lot. Apparently, it's a whole gang. EST, what did we say it was? Everybody shines together?
Yeah, then 42 was something about how tall they were. 42 inches.
Yeah. And
No,
how much
they
weigh.
It was like 42 had to do with something boys. It was
Fuck Boys?
I'll look it up.
Bandit Boys? It did have something to do about... Oh, fuck. We did just look it up, too. Apparently gangs can work together, though, because... Are these even gangs at this point, or are these guys just joining frats?
I will get with you momentarily.
Okay, he's on standby. Are these gangs, or are these just frats? Leave it to you to answer in the comments.
What does the 42 in 42...
I would just say 42 Dugg meaning. And it's going to say on there something disrespectful for sure.
I can't find it.
It's all good.
But we had it last time.
It
had to do with something with their collective.
Leave it to God. Only God knows. Overall, this album I thought was a good like filler album. I appreciate 42 Dugg a little bit more when he's on his own. I don't necessarily like EST Gee yet, but he's not bad.
No.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll look into some of their other shit. But moving forward, this is a good album to hold you over if you're looking to, use that right wrist and whip up some coke in the pot.
Hey.
If you're trying to keep the kitchen hot, put on Last One's Left.
I'm hungry.
They're not eating.
They're not eating.
Their kitchens don't make food, Alex.
Damn. Oh, maybe they should.
Their kitchens make crack.
I'm hungry.
I'll eat a baggie.
I'm not plugging this. So.
You know the plugs. Well, we won't let you do it. You'll learn from your mistakes from last
Probably
episode.
not, but hey.
If you're watching on YouTube, you already know where to find us. YouTube.com, OutTheWazoo podcast. New episode every week. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to support the podcast, hit us on anchor.fm/Wazoo podcast. You can leave a donation, leave a voice message, even ask for sponsorship. We can drop a freestyle for you. It doesn't matter. Whatever your fucking heart desires, we'll do it.
Hey, and stay tuned for that Melt My Eyes Denzel Curry album. Giving it to a fan.
That's happening. It's going to be a little while because it doesn't release until September. So
right, but you will be getting it.
You will be getting it, and every week from here until now, we'll be reminding you. So thanks for sticking with us, and, for the last time, never forget.
Yo, your boy Bobby here now, girl. Do what you gotta do. Fuck with me.